What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor Esports review, and this time we are going to be taking a look at the Buriram United Esports going up against Team Flash, the reigning world champion once again. And I keep spectating Team Flash, guys. And of course, it is not only due to the fact that they are the defending world champs, it is also because they keep going for these very interesting picks, especially in that support role. Again, Proe is playing something very unorthodox. Yesterday it was that Ibnef. Today it is Ata as a support, and this is gonna be very fun to watch. They also have some more really fun heroes that they picked up. For example, ADC is on his Nakrov, which he received that new skin for the finals MVP skin for the last AIC. He received that skin and he's still not using it. I don't know why he doesn't use his own skin, but he is on his Nakrov. And we have XB not on Dirak anymore. Buriram was smart enough to take it away from him because he is really doing way too well on this Dirak. Definitely have to put more priority onto that pick when facing Team Flash. And this time he is gonna go for his Tulen. And now, if you guys didn't know, he is very known for his Tulen. He is insane on Tulen. So this should be a really cool game, especially because Buriram decided to go double marksman against this against Team Flash with a Lindis in the jungle, which I think is also not picked too often so far in this tournament. We saw it on the first days, but then it kind of stopped. But now we're seeing it again, and they are able, Team Flash is able to pick up that Krizzix for the first blood. Game still very even. As I said, Buriram has that Yena in the Slayer lane, Dirak in the mid lane, Lindis in that jungle, Capheny and Krizzix as that support and marksman duo. Meanwhile, to round out Team Flash's comp, they decided to pick up that Lubu in the Slayer lane, which is a really good counter to Yena. And also they have that Lavil as a marksman. Again, Ellie, pretty much whenever he can get Lavil, he picks it, and he does an amazing job on it with his ultimates, with the damage output he has during team fights. So Team Flash largely on a very comfortable pick and ban for them here. Ooh, is that? No. Of course, Dirak hard counters Tulen, completely can block that ultimate with his infinity barrier or whatever it's called. And yeah, very well played so far. Team Flash definitely a little bit in an advantage here. And for the late game, I would say, honestly, it depends. It can be anyone's game because Lavil is so strong in that late game. But then again, Buriram has that Capheny, has that Krizzix, which we have seen. The Krizzix does so much CC in the late game. But as I'm saying that, Tulen gets dropped there in that enemy jungle, gets caught off guard, uses his Arctic Orb and his Flicker to try to get away. Both were not enough though, so those will be down for the next team fight. And the Arctic Orb will be down until he buys one, right? 5 endless cycles on the left side on Buriram. Meanwhile, only 2 endless cycles on the side of Team Flash. So if it gets to late game and Buriram has a lot of endless cycles, that will be very difficult for Team Flash to win here. But again, you saw yesterday's game. If you didn't, you should check it out right now, because that was truly an insane game, and you can see that Team Flash can hold out, okay? So yeah, we'll see what they can do here. ADC gets completely poked there by that Dirak, just so much damage coming through instantly. Very well played by Dirak, instantly using that ability, that S1 to poke that Nakrov down. Half his health gone instantly, man. It's just that, look at this, man. Oh, come on, that's just unfair. That is just unfair. He hides in the bush. I have to say, guys, I hype Shishi and I hype XB a lot for their mid lane gameplay, but Nunu is also insanely good. Very known for his mechanics from what I've seen. So yeah, you can see that he definitely won't make any mistakes on Dirak. Will definitely play real well. You can see how fast ADC uses his Nakrov abilities, instantly uses the Arctic Orb as well. He's able to get away for now. Very well played, but he got caught, had to use his ult, had to use the Arctic Orb. That will not be available for the rest of the game. XB uses ultimate on a minion to clear it as fast as possible and back out. And yeah, that Lindis is completely called out. That is why I love Pro-E or Pro, I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, he plays these weird supports, Ibnev, now Ata, and he does work with them. He is hard. Like, I would say he's doing a really good job at least, okay? And he completely caught that Lindis out by himself, equalizing the kill score for his team. And now, yeah, this Lubu is in a huge pinch. Wow, okay, he does not get away. How does that hit? Guys, that is my question. How did that Yena S1 hit him there? That was completely so far away. But I think what happened there is he wasn't completely done with his dash, and it registers him as if he was still at the start of the dash, and I think it hit the start of the last dash there. It was still in the AoE, so I think that's what happened there, which is really interesting though. Keep that in mind when playing Lubu against Yena. And they are able, look at this Ata ult, just beautiful. Oh wow, the Capheny is just doing work here. She just completely, yeah, okay. At least Ellie turns around and is able to force her Arctic Orb as well before dropping, but that was just very aggressive, but very well played by... Oh, guys, Buriram actually put their... A lot of these teams are putting their jungler, their old jungler, 007, is one of the most famous junglers in Thailand. And they put him as a marksman now. You can see how well he's playing in that marksman position as well. But this happened with Neil as well. We've seen it, I think Flash Wolves did it with their jungler as well, but I'm not entirely sure. But there's a lot of players just switching from the jungle role, because that's where the marksmen were most of the time, to that actual marksman position now, which is really interesting because 007 was really, really strong on that jungle role. Pro against, again, just providing a lot of vision here for his team. Of course, Ata, super tanky. You can stand very aggressively and then just hook yourself out if too many enemies arrive to gank you in those bushes. 20k, only a 1.5k gold advantage for Buriram right now, 4-2 in the kill score. Really not a big deal, but again, Tulen drops again. Really not doing too much on his Tulen so far, XB. But Tulen is really difficult to pull off in professional AOV because it's more of a solo queue pick, right? Tulen is a really, really good solo ranked hero, but in competitive, it's really difficult to get those resets, you know, because the enemies will know. They played a million games against Tulen and they know how to counter him. So yeah. But again, Buriram is just instantly aggressing, using those double marksmen to burst down that Slayer as fast as possible, and they easily get it. Of course, Capheny and Lindis, it is such a fast Slayer clear. So they are 5-2, 2k gold advantage roughly, and also a Slayer advantage. So now I would say they're definitely in a huge lead, even though the towers are still equalized. Both teams able to hold on to these towers for so long. ADC gets completely lasered, half his health gone by that Capheny, man. I wonder when she will get a significant nerf, but so far, not yet, huh? Anyway, they are definitely in a lead now here. Buriram slowly but surely taking over this game, and now Team Flash doesn't have the Dirak to defend their base for 30 minutes like the last couple of games that I reviewed of them. So we'll see what they do here. We'll see if they can get back into this game. They still have Lavio, keep that in mind, okay? So we never know what happens here with Team Flash, because that Lavio does not, he does not play around, okay? If he reaches 4, 5, 6 items, it is, most of these games just turn around, just because of Lavio. And the side of Buriram only has Yena as an assassin, okay? And she is already building very, very tanky. So I think this Lavio, if he gets to late game, there is no threats to kill him. Only the other marksmen. But, you know, if the marksmen get ambushed by the Lubu and the Nakrov, I'm definitely gonna say it now. I think Team Flash can win this late game if they play it well. And even if Buriram plays it well, okay? If Team Flash plays it well, I think they have an event. Look at this insane Ata ult. This seemed like a team fight that would just completely be lost. Ooh. The Dirak almost drops to the tower. This seemed like a team fight that would completely be lost for Team Flash, but they are able to trade a kill back and get that Krizzix there, but I think the Dirak just sniped that Lobule in the end, and they got the tower, so Buriram still gets ahead on top, but man, that Ata ult just completely kind of equalized it there a little bit, and it just such a clean ult, man. It really isn't easy to use it at that max range. Like, you saw how there was literally no pixel left between the Krizzix and the wall. It was used at the perfect time, and yeah, just phenomenal gameplay by Pro coming in here. Definitely very impressive. We'll see what they can do. They get the blue buff onto Lobule, so they're chilling, you know, they're not losing too much. Only 3,000 gold advantage, that is not a big deal for now. That Lobule has 2 items, is completing that Muramasa next, and as soon as he gets that, it is already going to look very differently, because at that point, that Yena is going to take a lot of damage, so is that Krizzix, and yeah, it's going to be very difficult. But they still have to defend after this, with this next Slayer push, right? Because there's no way they will defend this Slayer. Buriram easily gets it. So now Team Flash has to think about how are we gonna fend them off? How are we gonna play so we don't lose a base tower? As long as you don't lose base towers, it is still a very even game, no matter what. I mean, if the gold is 10k advantage, then yeah, it's not an even game. But this is still gonna be an even game if they can defend this. Ooh, that Ata is very deep, gets instantly picked off. His first mistake there, gets completely caught. Very unlucky there. The Lindis gets poked, but she doesn't care. She can just go to her blue buff, lifesteal everything back up, and that Slayer Dragon is gonna be knocking onto that tier 3 tower on the top lane, okay? So if that drops, it's gonna be really difficult. They can clear this wave out though. Kind of a misplay by Buriram, letting them clear this wave. Never mind, they didn't. They didn't let them clear the wave. They instead get 2 kills for Team Flash's sin here of trying to clear that wave. But they were able to clear it, and I mean, the Lubu is dead, but the ADC is playing very aggressive here, trying to poke these waves down. Is kind of succeeding a little bit. At least they can't go for the finish here, because he poked that wave, but they got that tier 3 tower. The Lobule is alive because of that endless cycle. Blocks the Dirak ult, I think, with his second ability. But guys, this is gonna be really difficult now, okay? Because they already lost 2 towers. But again, Team Flash are the kings of comebacks so far in this tournament. Still, only a 4k gold advantage, you know? You would usually think that would rise much quicker, right? When you're this far ahead, because it really seems like Buriram is just getting everything right now. They're getting every objective, they're getting all the towers on Team Flash's side, and Team Flash is getting nothing, okay? They don't have a side laner split pushing to get a tower or something. They are just equalizing, they're just keeping the gold at a steady... They're not letting the gold lead snowball just by farming well, by last hitting well. And yeah, it's just really nice to see. Oh no, this Lubu. Okay, he is able to get away. We'll see here. I have to catch some breathing here. They are going to go for that Slayer next. I would assume they're just going to wait for it. They're just going to keep clearing these waves. And in 30 seconds, they will get this next Slayer. No problem for them. I still don't think Team Flash can defend this. But maybe they have to start thinking about it. Because if they don't... Ooh, this Yena is completely got out. I think she just dies. Oh, but she's taking so little damage. Come on, man. That hero is so busted, guys. Oh, that is ridiculous. Not even Lobule can burn through her damage reduction there. And yeah, it is not looking too good. But it is okay. Team Flash can just back out. Can just restore their health here. And Buriram would get this Slayer anyway, okay? So it really doesn't matter if they got poked there. They will get this Slayer anyway. I don't think they can defend this, but as I said, this might have been the time to just say, okay, screw it, we really need to get a good team fight here. We need to fight for this Slayer, because if we don't, we will just lose the game, because they will just get these towers, the 2 remaining towers, with that Dirak barrier, okay? and the Dragon. You can't clear the Dragon if the Dirak barrier is down, and fighting them under the tower might be even worse. If they get this Dragon, it's just gonna be really difficult. We'll see if Team Flash can turn this around, but this is gonna be really difficult at this point. They get... Interesting. I thought they would give it to Capheny, the revival buff, because Capheny is just way more useful pushing, okay? Then, okay, XB gets caught, and I think that is gonna be the game. Very unfortunately, yeah, Ellie gets caught as well, and this is just a very clean performance, of course, by Buriram. They did really not make any mistakes here. They did not let Team Flash get back into this game at all, and yeah, very unfortunate, especially for Pro. He was playing really, really well on this ATA, was the only shining light on Team Flash's side in this game. And yeah, still a very good performance. Buriram, of course, one of the tournament favorites. This was very much two of the best teams in this tournament clashing. And yeah, we'll see who got the MVP. 7 and 4, who was 7 and 4? 7 and 1, excuse me. Lindis gets the MVP. Formula 1 racer. And we'll see here. Team Flash, unfortunately, Laville and Tulen, just too many deaths there. Still, 36% damage dealt by Tulen, 30% by both marksmen on the other side. Seems like this time the double marksman combo worked out very well for Buriram. And yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.